everyone. My name is Erin Valera Fostaoff, and now I'm going to discuss about the Republic Act number 105992. So, it's also known as the Good Conduct Time Allowances Act or the GCTE law, signed in 2013 under the President Benigno Aquino III. An act amending Article 29, 94, 97, 98, and 99 of the revised Penal Code of the Philippines. Minsan una is the RA 3815. So, allows deduction from sentences of persons deprived of liberty of PDLs on the basis of good behavior. So let's kaning revised penal code is lang mo siya mga article. So ato na i-discuss next time. So sa section 1, Article 29 of Act 3815 as amended, also otherwise known as the revised penal code, is hereby further as amended as follows. So, ang Article 29, period of preventive imprisonment deducted from term of imprisonment. So, like, na-discuss naman yung ma'am gahapon. So, ato lang i-discuss kaya kung karon. May mao man ako report. So, offenders or accused who have undergone preventive imprisonment shall be credited the service of their sentence consisting of deprivation of liberty with the full time during which they have undergone preventive imprisonment. If the detention prisoner agrees to voluntarily in writing after being informed of the effects thereof, and with the assistance of counsel to abide by the same disciplinary rules imposed upon convicted prisoners. So, mo na siya convicted prisoner. So, atong i-discuss. Kani daw, na-discuss naman yung ma'am gahapon, like, if ang accused daw or ang offenders, like, mo-abide daw sa law, sa disciplinary rules and regulation, full credit ang makuha nila. Like, example is, na-pressure siya, na-detain siya og 1 year. So, ang iyang, like, example is, 10 years ang iyang final sentence. So, nakuha siya, if mo-abide siya sa law, ang 10 years, 9 years na lang ang makuha. So, muna siya preventive imprisonment. Tapos, kuan po na siya na, kinanan po writing o kuan, na siya assistance ng lawyer or counsel. So, exceptions to full credit. Recidivist, individuals who have been convicted twice or more of any time. So, ang recidivist, like, example is, ang usa ka PDL or PDL, like, karong tuiga is na siya kaso nga frustrated homicide. So, atong laing tuig is naapod siya kaso nga murder. So, duha dili siya exception sa exception to full credits siya. Tapos, failure to surrender. Individuals who fail to voluntarily surrender then summoned for the execution of their sentence. So, like, ang isa ka offender, gipatawag na sa court kay para basahon ang iyang final sentence, tapos nabigo siya na naako niya ang kanyang kasalanan. So exemption to full credit po na siya. So, dito. Partial credit for preventive imprisonment. If the detention prisoner does not agree to abide the same disciplinary rules as convicted prisoners, they will receive credit for 4/5 or 80% of the time they spent in preventive imprisonment. This decision must also made in writing with the assistance of counsel. So, maputong ni ma'am gahapon is, pag dili mo sugot ang detention prisoner, if na dili ko musud sa mga, hindi siya mabad sa mga disciplinary rules, 4/5 pa lang iyang ma-deduct sa iyang kuan pagka sa iyang final sentence na 10 years. For example ganiya is mga katong imong gapon na limot ko. So, credit for reclusion perpetua. For those sentenced to reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment, the preventive imprisonment time will be deducted from 30 years. So, immediate release for long preventive imprisonment. If the accused have been in preventive imprisonment for a period equal to a maximum possible sentence for the offense charged and their case is not yet concluded, they must be released immediately. This is done without prejudice the continuation of the trial or appeal. The time period will include any good conduct time allowances. So, the exemption to immediate release is recidivist, habitual delinquents, escapees, person charged with heinous crime. So, ang heinous crime like murder, mga karumal-dumal na krimen. So, lesser penalty is the destierro. If the maximum penalty is destierro or banishment, the accused must be released after 30 days of preventive imprisonment. So, dali na punta sa Section 2, Article 94 of the same Act is hereby further amended to read as follow. The partial extension of criminal liability is extinguished partially. So, by number one is the by condition pardon. So, the offender is forgiven under certain conditions. Certain conditions. So, ang conditional pardon is, katulad siyang mapriso ka pero, ay dili ka mapriso pero kuan, nang naay mga conditions. Ang muhatag ana is kanang president nato is si President of the Philippines. Pero nagdepende ra pud na kung unsa iyang mga conditions kung gumaganda or dili hindi. Computations of the sentence. The offender's sentence is reduced to a lesser one. So number three is for good conduct allowances, which one culprit may earn while he is undergoing preventive imprisonment or serving his sentence. So sa imong pagkamaayo dito sa prisuhan nang mohimo og mga good naa kay makuha nga mga allowances like naay mga deduct sa imong sentence. So sa Section 3, Article 97 of the same Act is hereby further amended to read as follow. So, allowances for good conduct. So, the good conduct of any offender qualified for credit for preventive imprisonment pursuant to Article 29 of this Code. So, mo ni ang i-discuss gapon ni Soranyo gapon. So, sa first 2 years, for each month of good behavior during the first 2 years of imprisonment, 20 days will be deducted from the inmate sentence. So, na, in the third to fifth year, ito. So, during the third to fifth year of imprisonment, for each month of good behavior during the third, fourth, or fifth years of imprisonment, 23 days will be deducted from the sentence. No? So, during the 6 to 10th years, during the 6 to 10th years, for each month of good behavior during the 6th to 10th year of imprisonment, 25 days will be deducted from the sentence. So, 11th year and beyond, for each month of good behavior during the 11th year and onwards, 30 days will be deducted from the sentence. So, additional deducted for study or services at any time during imprisonment, if the inmate engaged in study, teaching, or mentoring, an additional 15 days will be deducted each month on top of the standard deduction for a good behavior. So, if the inmate appeals their conviction, they will still receive a good conduct allowances. So, dinapunta sa Section 4, Article 98 of the same Act. So, special time allowance for loyalty. Mura gyud discuss ni Ma'am gahapon. So, this article describe how prisoners can reduce their sentence by showing loyalty during emergencies like calamities or catastrophes. So, number one is reduction for surrendering after escape. If a prisoner escaped due to calamity or catastrophe, but voluntarily returns to the authorities within 48 hours after an official announcement that the emergency has ended, they will receive reduction of 1/5 or 20% of their sentence. Mo to gid sa gapon is if na mga calamities or catastrophes like hinog, then kinahanglan mo takas ana para ma-safe ka. So, tapos pag humana sa linog, mubalik ka after 48 hours na kay makuha nga 1/5 na yung mga madidak sa imong sentence. Then number two, reduction of staying during emergency. If a prisoner chooses to stay in their place of confinement during a calamities or catastrophe, instead of escaping, they will receive the reduction of 2/5 or 40% of their sentence. Maragya pong giniskas ng hapon is if naglinog tapos nistira ka, di ka, wala kang takas, tapos 40% or 2/5 ang madidak sa imong sentence. So, applicable to all prisoners. This reduction apply to all prisoners whether they are preventive imprisonment or awaiting trial or serving a sentence after conviction. Ano siya? So, Section 5, Article 99 of the same Act, who grants time allowances. So, this article explain who was the authority to grant time allowances for good conduct to prisoners. So, kinsa to mga authority na mo grant sa time allowances. So, number one, the authorities who grant allowances is the Director of the Bureau of Corrections. Mao pong discuss ni hapon. So the chief of Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, the warden of a provincial, district, municipal, or city jail. So condition for granting allowances. So allowances for good conduct can be granted whether it is lawfully justified, meaning the prisoner has met the required standards of good behavior. So kinsa man tong makakuha sa mga maka-earn aning mga good conduct malamang katong mga required katong mga maayong pamatasan dito sa loob ng personahan. So permanence of granted allowances. Once the allowances for good conduct are granted, they cannot be revoked. So mao to ni siya. The Director of the Bureau of Correction, the Chief of the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, and local jail warden have the authority to grant allowances for good behavior. These allowances, once given, are permanent and cannot be taken back. So, klaro kayo, no? So, dili na punta sa Section 6, Penal Clause. Kani, gahapon, murag wala ni siya na-discuss. Wala ko ka pa. Wala ni kayo na-discuss gahapon. Dilaktawan lang eh. So, this section outlines the penalties for public officers or employees who violate the provision of this act. So, katong mga, muna siya ang mga naay mga penalty katong mga public officer na maka-violate sa mga provision of this act. So, number one is mandated compliance. All public officers and employees must faithfully comply with the provision of this act. Kailangan faithful with ka kapag public officer ka. Penalties for violation. Like ang mga penalties, imprisonment, 1 year of imprisonment. So, ang fine is a fine of 100,000 pesos. Disqualification, perpetual disqualification from holding any public office. So, public officer employees who do not comply with this act will face serious consequences, including 1 year in prison, discuss 100,000 fine, and a lifetime ban from holding any public office. So, Section 7, implementing rules and regulations. This section outlines the process for creating the necessary rules and regulations to implement the act. So, number one is responsible officials. Kani is mga responsible officials sila. The Secretary of the Department of Justice or DOJ. The Secretary of the Department of Interior and Local Government or the DILG. So, these officials have 60 days from the approval of the act to create and issue the necessary rules and regulations. So, ang purpose ani nila is the rules and regulation will cover the classification system for good conduct time allowances to ensure the act is properly implemented. So, klaro kaayo. So, hinatutasan is diri na punta sa section 8, si parability clause. This section is explain what happens if part of the act is found to be invalid or unconstitutional. So invalidity of a part. If any part of the act is declared invalid or unconstitutional by a court, so a part alone is affected din siya. So remainder stays effective. So the rest of the act, those provisions not affected with the court's decision will continue to be valid and in effect. So, klaro kayo ra. Understandable ra kayo. So, section 9, repelling clause. This section explains how this act affects exist, existing laws and regulations. So, number one is conflicting laws and regulations. Any existing law, presidential decree, executive order, letter of instruction, administrative order, rule and regulation that contradicts or is inconsistent with the act is affected. Action taken. Such conflicting or inconsistent provision are repealed, modified, or amended to align with the provision of this act. So, an existing legal provision that conflicts with this act are repealed, modified, or amended to ensure consistency with this act. So, Chapter 10, Effectively Clause. This section specifies when the act will come into force. Number one is publication requirement. Naman there is kuan publication requirement. So the act must be published in the official gazette in at least 2 newspapers of the general circulation. So the time frame the act will take effect 15 days after this publication. So ano siya, the act becomes effective 15 days after it has been published in the official gazette or in two widely read newspapers. So, ano tanan ang kung na-discuss sa kuan. Article 29, 94, 98, and 99 of the Revised Penal Code of the Philippines. So, that's all. Ay, napadi ay. Muna siya ang gi-approve na siya ni Sergeant Feliciano Belmonte Jr., Speaker of the House of Representatives. So, Sergeant Juan Ponce Enrile, President of the Senate. Tapos, si Sergeant Marilyn B. Ayap, Secretary General, House of Representatives. Sergeant Edwin B. Belen, Acting Senate Secretary. So, na-approve na siya May 29, 2013 ni President Benigno as acting of the third President of the Philippines. So, that's all. And the Annex A.